Today is going to be another video on how I have managed to grow my hair whilst wearing it straight 100% of the time. A lot of people have been wondering how I've been able to grow my hair from this in July to where it is currently now, just a few months later, and there are lots of different things that have contributed to that. But in today's video I want to talk about things I would never do to my straight natural hair to make sure that it grows, looks healthy and maintains its strength. Hey guys, it is Natural Nadine here. I'm back with another video. I probably should have changed my top because this was the same top that I was wearing in my last video, but like, it's the same day. Why must I go through laundry? Here are a few things I would never do to my straight natural hair. Thing number one, I don't even know if I'm gonna keep doing that, but thing number one I would never do to my straight natural hair is straighten it more than once every 2 weeks. I can't remember the last time I straightened my hair. I think it was like, this is over 2 weeks now. Once every 2 weeks is like the absolute minimum I would apply heat on my hair, and even then I wouldn't do that often. I wouldn't be religiously once every 2 weeks. I would try to stretch to 3 weeks. I wouldn't recommend straightening like every week because you're more prone to damage. You're using a lot more heat on your hair. You want to avoid straightening your hair often. Honestly, when you learn to maintain and keep your hair straight, you realize you don't need to straighten it that often. Like I said, I straightened my hair over 2 weeks ago. It's still straight. You don't even need to straighten it that often. You even think, how would I be straightening my hair every other week? I'd have no hair left. Like, second thing I would never do to my straight hair is use a clarifying shampoo, which I think probably a lot of people would find crazy because that's apparently the key to getting the best silk press, is making sure that your hair is squeaky clean by using a clarifying shampoo. The reason why I think a lot of people have to use a clarifying shampoo when they're using a silk press is because they're going from like curly to straight. When you're going from curly to straight, a lot of the times you will have a lot of product buildup. You will have you'd be using thick styling products, creams, gels, and so you will kind of need a stronger clarifying shampoo to get your hair clean. But because I wear my hair straight all of the time, I don't get product buildup like that anymore. I don't use thick creams, gels, butters on my hair. All the products I use are quite lightweight and they're very easy to wash out, which means I don't need to use a clarifying shampoo. I use a hydrating shampoo every single wash day. I need hydration more than I need clarification, so I just think it would be too drying, especially because again I don't have lots of product on my hair anyways, so I don't need to use a clarifying shampoo. The next thing, guys, I would never do to my hair, to my straight hair, and this is something I've only recently started to realize and started to do, and I've seen a massive difference straight away in my hair, and that is I would never use a styling brush to detangle my hair. And when I say a styling brush, I mean like a paddle brush. As an example, this is the brush I use to blow dry. Okay, it's got bristles, it's got thingies, like this is the brush I would use to blow dry. I would never use this to detangle my hair. When I say detangle, I mean like when I wake up in the morning, I'm not going to use this as the brush that I brush my hair with, if that makes sense, because the brush I always use, my Tangle Teaser. It is literally the only brush I use. The only time I use a brush that's not my Tangle Teaser is if I'm specifically styling my hair, i.e. if I'm blow drying or straightening. The Tangle Teaser is different because the bristles are just so flexible. That means they don't put a lot of stress on your hair, especially on the tangles. It's not fighting your hair and ripping your hair out as it's styling. The reason why I used to reach for a brush like this is because this is really good at smoothing. Like when I brush my hair with this in the morning, like my hair looks so smooth and flat and whatnot, but I can tell that it's just put a lot of tension on my hair. So it's kind of like my hair looks smooth, but like at what cost? You know, styling brushes have their benefits in terms of achieving the style that you want, but if I'm just, you know, on a regular day I'm going to work, I am only using a Tangle Teaser. Only. That's it. The next thing I would never do is use heavy, thick creams, oils on my hair. You could also end up with excessive heat damage from using thick oils, creams and butters on your hair, because if you don't thoroughly cleanse them, if you don't thoroughly clean them out of your hair, and then you straighten your hair on top of that or use heat on your hair, you know, you could end up doing extra damage. Which also leads me to my next point, which is I would never use an oil as a heat protectant. I think there are some oil-based heat protectants out there, but I'm just not buying it because my black ass is just thinking oil plus heat equals cook. So I just don't buy into oil heat protectants. Every time I've used and trusted an oil heat protectant is when I've had the most heat damage. If you guys haven't watched my video about how I overcame severe heat damage, this was way back when I used to wear my hair in wash and goes. That was an oil heat protectant, guys. That's how I got there in the first place. So from then on, I've said absolutely not. I stick to my silicone heat protectants. They work for me. They're good for me. And every time I always see, like, you know, those comparisons on like TikTok or Instagram where people are comparing, like, they set the like hair on fire. The oil ones always are burning up the place, like, and I'm thinking, how are people using this as a heat protectant? Because I think as well, the Olaplex bonding oil, which I absolutely love to put on my ends, also says it has heat protectant properties. But whenever I see people using that method and setting it on fire, obviously you're not going to set your hair on fire, but like, come on, it's literally burning up like crazy, and I'm like, in what world is this protective? Oil is a heat protectant. No, 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 no. Give me the silicones, baby. Give me all the silicones. And I feel like people want to reach for things that are like natural, because, like, you know, oils are natural and better, but just because something is natural does not mean it is better, okay? Choose science, choose innovation, and use products that actually work, not just products that are natural, okay? So yeah, guys, that is it for the things that I would never do to my straight hair. If I think of more things, I'm sure I will. There'll definitely be another part of this video, but just wanted to share with you a few things that I would just never do to my straight hair to help it grow as well. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.